Hello, good evening. This reading is for Sagittarius for the New Year's Eve transitional period from December to January. It is looking into your love life, answering the questions really, how does your partner feel about you, and what advice is given to you by Spirit for the past, present, and future, and also with regards to any intentions that you want to set for the relationship, and also your motivations. All those areas will be covered in this one reading. This is for your Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Venus, and also Ascendant and Descendant. It could be for either, as the Descendant marks the point of your 7th house starting, and your 7th house is basically rules your relationships and other people in your life. So to read for the sign that rules your 7th house probably would give you a lot of insight and information. I'd also like to say that for this reading, I'll be adding a bonus reading at the end of the video that will look at your compatibility with you and your current partner. And lastly, I would like to say I hope you had a fantastic Christmas. I wish you the most fabulous, brilliant new year that is full of bountiful opportunities, love, laughter, and more than you wished for. And yeah, thank you very much for people that are subscribed, and for those people that are newly subscribed, and for all those people that will subscribe in the future that are watching this video. I truly appreciate your support, and especially over the last few years while I've been doing my readings publicly. Okay, so I'll go ahead and get started. So we've got the Tower card at the base of the deck in reverse, which tells me that you may feel like things are taking a massive change this week, and there's maybe some big surprises happening that you really weren't expecting, or maybe you actually were expecting this. And in actual fact, it may be happening to other people and not you. It could be happening to people in your family, and you could be kind of having to hold it together, and maybe be the one that's being generous and supportive and the stable one, you know. So yeah, I think that there could be a Tower moment happening for someone close to you, not actually to you, but this could also mean that something does come about, like I said, that maybe you weren't expecting, but actually is a really good change, and you won't it won't be like a huge shock in a really bad way. It will be probably quite a positive change, and in fact it may be a very quiet change. So it may be something that maybe only you know about, that happens in your life, that changes. It could be quite an internal revelation that you have, maybe about your love life or about your relationship that you're in. So yeah, all of those energies from that one card. So yeah, your partner may be the one going through this Tower moment, as we do have the Hierophant card in reverse, clarified by the 10 of Swords. So your partner feels that there is instability, maybe lack of commitment, no future plans being made, things are not how they should be. Maybe they feel like things are out of order. They may have had certain expectations for how the relationship was going to play out, and that's not happening. And this is obviously making them feel like maybe that they were lied to, stabbed in the back, really let down. And in fact, it's also kind of a kill or a blow to the ego, the 10 of Swords, where someone really could have built up maybe quite a persona around the belief that you guys would be maybe getting married by now, having children, or moving in together, and maybe this isn't happening for them, you know. But this could also mean that this person isn't wanting to give a commitment, or they simply see you as someone who doesn't want a commitment. Not right now. That you maybe don't want a very traditional relationship, or they might just see that they don't see a traditional relationship with you. And the 10 of Swords could mean that, you know, really they're putting an end to this. It could be a very difficult situation where things are just really unstable and unsure, and there's no foundation, there's there's no indication, there's not enough security here to give your partner confidence that it's going to go anywhere. And they don't really, I think, intend to take this any further, to be honest. So that's how they currently feel. They may feel quite disconnected, or they could be going through their own changes at home. They could be having their own kind of spiritual awakening here, or dark night of the soul, really, I should say, around family, around education, church, religion, and maybe certain promises that they've made, or to people that they look up to, you know, expectations that maybe these people have had that they're having to deal with right now, that they are bucking the trend in some way. So there's so many ways this could be read. Maybe as we move through the reading, we'll get more clarity on exactly what this is, because this particular combination just could be so many things, it looks like. So we've got the 10 of Swords. Sorry, 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups. Currently for how you feel. So like I said, this could be happening to somebody else. For you, you're really happy. I mean, maybe it's this person. I mean, maybe this person is, you know, the Hierophant in reverse could be a taboo subject that's come up, as in someone of a particular background is getting married to somebody of a complete different background, which means that they're having to sacrifice their relationship with maybe the people that they love, their family, because maybe what they're doing or who they're dating is just not seen as acceptable. There could be that as well, and this person is probably going through a great struggle here, if that is the case, to overcome that, and to stay positive, and they're quite uncertain. They're really, really uncertain about the future, and they don't feel like they feel like they're on shaky ground, and they don't know how things will go. But you're feeling really happy. You're like, yes, this person's committed to me. Maybe this person's here with me on Christmas, and it could be simple as that. Maybe this person's family wanted, you know, their son or daughter to be with them during this festive season, and maybe they decided to stay with you, and you're really, really happy about that, and you don't really care because you're really happy. So it could be that your partner is like in turmoil, or he's like, oh no, or she's like, oh gosh, I let my family down. This is going to be such a headache for me. Like, he just wants to maybe just want this period just to come and go as quickly as possible. Okay, so in the near future, we've got near past, we've got the Death card with the 7 of Wands in reverse. So yeah, big changes. Sorry, something's come back. There's big changes happening for your partner, most definitely here with the Death card. And then we've got the 7 of Swords, about it's like backing down, no longer putting up a fight, stopping the resistance, kind of going more with the flow. So I think maybe they've stopped fighting something, they've stopped being defensive about something, and they've made a final decision. They've stopped fighting. And they have made an absolute final decision to completely end a particular way of life, and make a full-on maybe commitment to you and the possibilities that maybe there could be with you guys. I think this is about them standing by their decision, but I don't think that it's something that they really wanted to do. So they have, like, I think, like I said, I mean, if it is a case of there being an issue with families and differences of backgrounds and things like that, I don't think a partner is really looking forward to having to go down the road of like the 10 of Swords and experience like that disconnect maybe from their family, but they have done so nonetheless. We've then got the High Priestess in reverse. We've got the Hierophant and the High Priestess. So this could suggest a genuine soulmate connection between you two as well, as these two are like a very spiritual pairing, like the priest and the priestess, you know. So religion could definitely be involved here. Spirituality could be a big theme, and you could be have quite strong views on spirituality as well, that maybe really help to support this person in their decision making as well. However, you're both in reverse here, Sagittarius. So you may not have you may have made yourself more of an open book to this person. You didn't really in the past rely too much on your intuition. You may have got maybe even a bad feeling about this person in the past. However, it looks like you have decided to, against your intuition, maybe against your better judgment, maybe you've gone ahead and maybe in a way really use your, that sounds confusing what I'm saying, but it's like against your better judgment, against your wisdom and knowing, and all that maybe even in your heart that this is going to be difficult, but you're still kind of acting on maybe a no from your intuition. So your intuition could be saying no, but you're still acting and going forward, I feel, with this person, because we got the 10 of Cups here. So I think you also know that, the perils that lie down this road, but you're still going for it. And I think you're really making yourself available to this person, and really maybe trying to connect, like create a bond with this person as well. Like trying to create a real emotional bond with them and really let them in. Away from all the good talk and great conversation, you are looking for a much more meaningful connection with this person. I don't know what's sticking my back. I think it's something, sorry. Okay, so in terms of what's motivating you, we've got the 3, or motivating your partner. We've got the 3 of Wands in reverse, clarified by the Fool card. This person isn't one to really take risks. They kind of like to know what's coming, and that could be why they're feeling quite unsure. So this person could be a Taurus that you're seeing quite easily, be an earth sign, Taurus, because there is this Taurus Scorpio energy going on here. So there could be like a Taurus rising or something like that, or a Scorpio rising person with Taurus ruling their descendant, or Scorpio ruling their descendant. But either way, they don't really like to take risks, and they don't like to be kept waiting. They may feel like they've waited long enough as well, and they're quite ready for their reward, or they're quite ready to see what's going to happen next. They're maybe getting quite impatient, but they're also not really willing to take risks. They don't like the waiting game. They don't like the uncertainty, and they're very, very grounded person. So they could be kind of more of an earth sign energy, where they do need to know and see what's coming in order to feel comfortable. Otherwise they will feel out of sorts. Yeah, and then we've got the Queen of Cups here in reverse for you. So deep down, in your heart, behind closed doors, when no one is looking, you actually feel quite emotionally drained by this. The Queen of Cups as well is someone who's really, really maybe overly in love with the idea of love to a fault. You're very, very captivated, I think, by this person, especially with the High Priestess here as well. You've got a very strong intuition about this person, but I don't think you're listening to your intuition. I think there's something that you're not listening to, and it could be that you're deliberately doing it. Like you're deliberately just being happy and enjoying the moment, and you don't really want to think about all the bad stuff, and let's just have fun. It's Christmas, it's New Year's, and you could kind of be maybe bringing this person into your family if there is issues with their family, but I feel like you're ignoring your intuition. You're you're very much in love with the idea of love. You very much want to be with this person. However, with the Tower card in reverse, like there could be a part of you that knows that something is up, and that maybe you're not being as honest with yourself as you think. We've got the Ace of Swords in reverse for your partner's intentions, and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So this person could be, I mean, the Ace of Swords generally to me is always like a no answer rather than a yes. It's like some sort of judgment or answer, verdict that's come in. However, with it being paired with the Five of Pentacles and this person's intentions, it looks like this person may not want to burst your bubble in some way, or they may not want to say exactly what's on their mind and be completely honest, and they may be keeping a lot to themselves in order to kind of keep a happy home. With the Five of Coins, or a happy kind of atmosphere maybe for the New Year's period, the Five of Coins is about knowing that you haven't got a lot, but also at the same time being fully aware that there's a lot of potential and a lot of help, and if you put a lot of work into it and maybe get support from others, you'll be fine. And also it reminds you that there are people out there much worse off than yourself. So your partner is not going to be feeling sorry for themselves. They're going to be very strong, but that could include them keeping a tight upper lip. So they could be like not telling you what they feel or think because they're trying to be strong. They're trying to just tough it out and be grown up about it, and maybe accept the choice that they've made, that sometimes they do have to walk alone and sometimes they will be lonely. It will be a lonely experience. It may be sad, and you may feel like you don't have a lot. However, they are intelligent enough, it looks like, or mature enough to say, well, I may not have everything, but I do have a lot still. You know, I may not have everything I want, but I have a lot, and a lot can grow from that as well. So I think they're remaining positive, but they're not telling you their fears either. We've then got the Four of Cups in reverse for your intentions. So there could be an offer being made to you, or your intentions could be to possibly not accept an offer, or maybe actually with it being in reverse, you can actually be fully like accepting this offer, like you want this person to make an offer. You could be waiting for this person to make an offer and make a move and to finally give you what you want, because you could be feeling kind of like I said, emotionally drained from the situation, and so therefore you're looking to kind of rectify that. You could feel that the emotions are stagnant, like there's not enough movement, that you need to kind of maybe add a bit of life into your emotional like into the emotional side of the relationship. Like you need to maybe do something romantic, or like keep things positive, or keep this person's mind off what they've lost, and constantly be trying to kind of judge it up and keep things upbeat, you know. So that's kind of your intention, is not to let things get stale and boring. So you're going to be trying to kind of keep it always upbeat. And in the near future, we've got the Page of Wands in reverse, which again talks about someone not wanting to wait, with the Strength card, which talks about patience. So yeah, this person, we've got a Leo card here now. So are there many people involved? Maybe. There's only one Quartz card here though, so, but there's a lot of people showing up. So I do feel like other people are involved. This could be family. But this person does seem to have the patience of a saint. And this could also just be you. I mean, Page of Wands in reverse is really Sagittarius anyway, energy. And the Strength card is also a fire sign energy. But I don't think they really want to wait around for whatever you have planned. They kind of want to make sure that things go a particular way. They're being very grounded about this, and they're not kind of getting carried away with flights of fancy. They're being quite serious, I think. Yeah, I feel as well, this could be talking about the Page of Wands possibly being seen as someone who is committed. And sorry, someone keeps banging and it keeps distracting me. But they could see you as someone who is no longer curious, yeah, and is making some sort of commitment. And I think because of that, they make a commitment. And they see your resilience. They see your ability to kind of remain calm, maybe in difficult situations, and how to. And they themselves are quite calm as well. They're not getting carried away at all. They're not going to take any chances, I think. They're going to kind of stick to what they know. They may start to maybe get a bit of cold feet, possibly, you know, towards the end of the week, where they do maybe start to possibly miss something from the past, or look at the past and see how maybe things could have been done differently. What other solutions could there have been? But I think they're a bit hesitant about this new start, possibly, as they just don't know what to expect. Because they want their own stability and sense of stability. I think is quite important to them. It's like, it's their sanity almost. It's like they really appreciate their own kind of peace of mind. And I don't think they want to disturb that at all. I think as well they have got a strong attraction to you as well, with this being the fire energy here. Sorry, this one's got me stumped. Page of Wands in reverse. In the near future, we'll just talk about someone not being curious. I think they know that they want you. They're not curious about any other things. And even if they are, they're kind of putting away their childish ways in a way, and they're kind of manning up or womaning up and kind of dealing with things in a much more mature way, and less knee-jerk, less kind of running after whatever takes their fancy, and kind of being more focused on you. Then got the Page of Swords for the near future. So you may be kind of keeping this person on their toes in the future and have a lot of questions for them. So, maybe as this kind of season passes and, you are having fun, sometimes this can also be a card to me where you do sometimes repress the negative just to stay positive, really making an effort to be positive, focusing on all the good stuff. It could be that you could be getting more serious about things towards the end of the month and really start communicating with this person your ideas and your thoughts on the matter, and really questioning their motives and what they want, and more serious conversations maybe start to happen as the week goes on, because even your partner starts to kind of be more committal and starts to consider commitments, and being less all over the place, maybe, and dating multiple people. And that could also be what's come to an end. It could be simply that. It could have nothing to do with family. It could be that this person now maybe is more interested in commitment towards the end of the month. Do you have the Triangle card that's come out? So that's spiritual advice. So it could be other people involved. And this is not helping in terms of this person, I think your partner, making a decision about how to move forward. So it could be other people, or it could be like family related. But I don't think this person's interested in seeing other people anymore. They kind of are growing up and they're realizing that the grass is not greener. And in fact, the more effort they can put into this, the more they're going to get out of it. But they do have a decision to make, and other people are weighing in. Okay. But they may have had to let go of a long-term relationship, maybe to be with you. Could be that as well. General reading, sometimes it's so tricky for me to actually just narrow down on one story. Oh, sorry guys. Okay, then we've got the obstacle being short term. So the obstacle is that maybe, you know, it is quite a new relationship. It is quite short term. And maybe your future doesn't look clear for your partner here. Maybe you guys need to make some more long-term plans in order to bring some more security into the relationship. Okay, Sagittarius. Okay, so we've got what brings you together is work. So you could have met at work. Courting man is what you're learning about. This person could be, or you could be learning about how to kind of woo someone and attract them into your life and to kind of be charming with them. We've got freedom for what they're learning. So they could be breaking free from, you know, maybe restrictive parents, family expectations, or even just other people. But they are kind of wanting to kind of break out, and I think they're quite tired of, with the Ten of Swords here, they're looking to put an end to any stress, and they are looking for a bit of an escape, I think. You see them as obstacles, so you see that they are dealing with something. So you may actually see this Tower card happening to them, and they see you as mature. So they see you as a mature person, a mature man. And then we've got the Beauty Queen, to be reminded of your beauty, that you are very beautiful, and to keep your self-esteem up. And let me see, what was the base of the other one? Oh yeah, Tower card. You could find that you are the winner. You know, you the one that has been chosen. You were the Beauty Queen. You know, you won. Out of maybe a choice of people, even though it's been quite short term, and you know, you could have met at work, you could have the same work ethic, you could both be willing to work on the relationship and maybe take it seriously, but I think you do see them as having these obstacles to deal with, and I think you recognize that once your partner is straight and got things kind of sorted out, that it will kind of bring the relationship to a whole new level, that I think where you'll be happier. And they see you as the mature man. They just see you as mature, dependable, knowledgeable and wise, you know, someone that they can rely on. So I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 more cards for the spiritual aspect of the reading. But ultimately, this relationship is all about a choice. We've got building blocks here. Regeneration and go to sea. So yeah, there's a going to sea. There's like something new being explored here, maybe as a couple or maybe for your partner. But it's like causing a regeneration. But in actual fact, the regeneration kind of spurs on this new kind of trip or journey, I think, for your partner into the unknown, and to find new lands that they never knew maybe even existed. And then we've got building blocks here, where this is, I think, quite short term. It's quite a new relationship, and it will take work, I think, for both of you. But it looks like you both seem to be willing to work on this, and you're both taking it fairly seriously. Okay, so lastly, I'm gonna pull 6 cards for your compatibility. So this will be for your communication. So communication looks really good. You guys are talking a lot about commitment and the future. We've then got, yeah, it came out reversed. We've got the Page of Cups, or the Princess of Cups in reverse. We've got the King of Wands in reverse for what you guys have planned for your future and whether or not you guys are on the same page. We've got the Six of Coins for the lessons that you're learning. The Five of Coins again has come out here for how you will feel in the relationship. And lastly, we've got the Two of Wands for the outcome of the relationship and how the future looks. The overall energy of the relationship is the King of Cups in reverse. So maybe a lot of disturbed emotions, a lot of emotional kind of insecurity, especially here with how you express yourself. It's almost like you guys don't express yourself. There isn't enough, I think, emotional, you maybe need to bring some more emotion into the relationship, especially when it comes to like showing affection, to not be scared and to completely shy away, but to maybe be more open and be more expressive. And I think that's basically what's going to be happening. You're both kind of learning how to feel safe, I think, into showing your emotions, especially through means of affection and gifts and things like that. You're learning how to do that together. And like I said, there'll be lots of talk about the future and commitments. And that's basically how you talk. You talk in a very grounded way. You talk in a very practical way. You talk very much about the future and investments. You lot are very wise. I think your partner sees you as very wise. And I think you also see them as wise too, because you both seem to talk in quite a very grown-up way about making worthwhile commitments and making good judgments and, yeah, real grown-up adulting stuff. So then we've got the King of Wands in reverse for your shared goals. So it may be that you're not really on the same page in terms of your shared goals, and you both have got maybe really strong opinions. You could both be very ambitious people. So, you could have met at work, or work could be a major kind of a glue for you two, or some sort of tie connection for you two. But it looks like you maybe both have very different careers, or you're both equally ambitious, and maybe none of you really want to give up your career or your ambitions. So then we've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse for the spiritual lesson that you're learning. So this is learning about give and take, giving up control, especially when it comes to money in relationships, and learning to just share in a way where no one is the boss of the money, and in fact you both just maybe both put into a pot and you both take out. So rather than maybe one person having the last word on how the money in the relationship is spent. But in terms of spiritual lessons, I guess you're just learning about generosity and reciprocity, and making sure that whatever is invested in the relationship from your side is equally invested from the other person's side, and also that breadcrumbs are not enough in a relationship. You need the full whack. You need someone to come with you with as much as you're kind of giving to them, and that generosity should not be exploitive as well. So maybe learning how to keep a balance, learning how to have both of you have an equal give and take. So you're learning about that in a relationship, having an equal give and take. And that's the lessons to be learned. And then we've got the Five of Coins for how you'll be feeling in the relationship. So you will feel in the relationship that there is a lot lacking. Maybe as time goes on, and reality starts to kick in, you may realize that a lot has been lost. Although you may also feel like throughout it all, no matter how much has been lost, this person has stood by you, stood right by your side. No matter how bad things have got, you've always had this person that I think you're dating, seeing quite seriously, to kind of stand by your side, and that's how you will feel together. You may feel like orphans, but it'll feel like you have each other, and you'll both be looking at things as, you know, the glass is half full kind of thing rather than half empty. You'll really be trying, you know, that will be the overall energy of the relationship. And that, you know, especially from your experience, where you'll be always trying to see the good in a situation, and making the most out of things rather than focus on the negative, because there's always someone worse than you know. And that's the ultimate lesson of this card, really, is that there's always something worse than you, someone worse than you, experiencing something worse than you. So, you know, look to see what options you do have that maybe someone else doesn't have in order to make a situation better. And it's that kind of attitude that I think you'll be adopting. But you may really feel like you guys are on your own. You've got the Two of Wands in reverse for the future. So it could be like a lot of lack of decision in the future, a lack of feeling of control of your circumstances or your future. That's how it could feel at the moment with your relationship. Like the future is unclear, decisions are hard to reach. Probably because there's some sort of emotional instability and kind of shake up happening at the moment, which kind of makes sense. I mean, if this reading is just covering the energies for this period, then it would make sense why, you know, because the Tower card, where decisions just can't be made at the moment. It may be very difficult to come to a decision because things are so up in the air, and maybe the dust needs to settle first. We do also have, if I haven't said before, the Chariot card underneath it. So there is something to do with family. And we've got the Six of Coins again under the deck. So there's a massive kind of focus, I think, for you in this relationship to look at the give and take and make sure that it's fair and that no one is taking advantage of the other because they may have more power. And it could be that, you know, your partner is tied to someone that they have a financial connection with. So it could be that they've got children together and they've got to pay for, you know, child support, or it could be that their parents supported them financially, maybe with cars and somewhere to live, you know, whatever. Maybe this is kind of being hung over your partner's head, and they're maybe having to kind of maybe break away from family ties and things like that. So yeah, that's the strongest message that I'm getting for this general reading. So I hope that you found it helpful and you enjoyed it. And if you did, please do like, share and subscribe. If you'd like your own personal reading where I can look at your own personal energies and your own actual relationship, you can email me at symbolsforliving@gmail.com. All the details will be down below. I also have links to all these cards. So if you'd like to take a look at them and read more about them, just click the link and go ahead and you can purchase them from Amazon if you feel like it. Otherwise, take good care and I'll speak to you really, really soon. All right. Bye, Sag. Happy New Year.